Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations, where Miles Edgeworth still continues to look for evidence around the scene of the crime, having gained a couple of bits. Really, we kind of want to break Larry's psych lock at this point in time. We've gained ourselves a ton of stuff here, of which we wish to know more information, really. However, I've already got 4 talk dialogues here, so maybe I should move on from this point. And find Larry gone. I don't see Larry anywhere. Maybe we scared the poor kid away. His heart was shut tight with a number of psycho locks. I guess I'll have to look for him now. What a thorn in my side. Well, Larry, come back wherever you've gone. Maybe you've gone straight to Iris. I don't know. Well, you haven't gone here, that's for sure. Well, we can head on over to see. Maybe I don't need more information. Seeming Larry's legged it.
Ah, Mr. Edgeworth.
I came back because I need to ask you a few more questions, if you don't mind.
But I've already told you everything that I...
Edith, please remember, I'm on your side. You can tell me anything.
Yes, thank you.
Right then, so we need to talk about things in general. I've got the inner temple to talk about now. I just finished speaking with the head nun of Hazakura Temple. She testified very clearly as to what happened. She said she saw you stab Miss Elise Dexnim with a sword. And one other thing. She said that when Mayor Fay began her training in the inner temple, you were there as well.
What?
When I spoke with you last, you claimed that you never went to the inner temple. And yet, Sister Bikini says she met you at the inner temple that very night.
But I didn't go there. I didn't go to the inner temple last night.
It looks like she's unwilling to tell me the whole truth. I wonder if I'll find the answers I'm looking for if I break those psycho locks. I wonder myself. Well, what have we got court record-wise? Well, we got the murder weapon, the hood, etc. We've gained this photo in the past as well. The weather data, the note itself, the blackmail note. We should have read this by now. To Iris of Hazakura Temple, salutation here. There's something I must talk to you about. I'll be waiting for you tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall. Make sure you come unless you want your secret to be exposed. Well, your secret, what is it? The autopsy on Elise. Cause loss of blood from stabbing back. Body fell 10 foot after death, so post-mortem. Right. Carried by Lisa in when she was alive, has her fingerprints on it, and the Shichichito has the victim's blood and the suspect's fingerprints on it. Maybe we'll be able to break things from here? Maybe not. It's time to use the Magatama, I guess. Let's see if we can break through. Two locks. How are we going to break it? Why were you frightened? Well, probably the blackmail. Since I've been handed this case, it is my duty to dig up all the answers. Understand?
Yes, sir.
The smallest flame can sometimes bathe a case in a whole new light. In my years in court, I've seen it happen over and over again. That's why I'm committed to searching until I have those answers. Now then, is it really true that you didn't go to the inner temple last night?
Yes, I swear. I already told you that.
Yes, you said you didn't go because you were frightened.
That's right.
If that's the case, then the obvious question is, what were you so afraid of? Iris, I wonder, is this what frightened you so much that you couldn't even leave your own room? The blackmail letter. Take that! I found this in the main hall. It is addressed to you.
Ah, that's...
Well, Iris...
Why are you glaring at me like that?
You were scared of the blackmailer who wrote this to you, isn't that correct?
Nah!
Was it the evidence, or the power of my glare that broke that lock? Oh well, I don't suppose it matters either way.
But Mr. Edgeworth...
Yes?
I thought that letter was just someone playing a prank on me.
A prank?
Well, yes. After all, even if I did have a secret, There's no one to tell it to that would have caused me any grief.
I wonder about that.
Sister Bikini is like a mother to me. I would never hide anything from her.
No, you may not have anything to hide under normal circumstances. However, last night was different. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact nature of your secret yet. However, whatever it is, there is one person you didn't want your secret told to. And that was Phoenix Wright. Or was it Sister Nun? But it seemed like it was you.
Take that!
Phoenix Wright.
Ah!
You mean something to Wright, it seems. And I can tell he holds a special place in your heart as well. That's why you didn't want him, of all people, to know your deep, dark secret. Well, what do you have to say?
I should have expected as much. Especially from a friend of his.
Oh, he broke the locks! That didn't go badly. As now, we have more info.
After dinner, this letter was waiting for me in my room. As I said, I was frightened by it.
What is this heavenly hall the letter mentions?
It's a small mountain shack at the base of Dusky Bridge.
A small shack,
It's more like a broken down shack that no one would ever want to go near.
Where's it on this map?
It's around here. To get there, you must follow a small path down from Dusky Bridge. The reality is, to get to the inner temple, I had no choice but to cross that bridge. But the thought that such a terrible criminal could be lurking at Heavenly Hall. I was so scared by the whole affair that I didn't even want to think about it.
So this is a secret you locked away in your heart.
Yes.
It looks as though I may have to visit this heavenly hall now. Maybe I'll find some sign of our mystery blackmailer. In any case, you still claim to have never left your room last night.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Well, Iris's testimony is gained. The trial starts tomorrow. I promise you, I will win. I'm going to win so that you and Phoenix Wright can see each other again. But when I do, you must promise me that you will tell him your secret.
But it's pointless.
Why would you say that?
Because I may know who Phoenix Wright is, but he has no idea who I am.
I think he does. But that is if it really is you. Well, from here we move back out again. To the mystery blackmailer. To the heavenly hall. Really? Really? Whoa, not much of a view down here. It's still better than the view from my apartment, though. Someone's here. Hide yourself, detective. Oh, why? Why does this always happen? Whenever I find a girl I like, they always run away. I even chased one of them to Japan. Next is going to be prison, I guess. I'll steal that detective's wallet. That'll get me locked up for sure. Nah, I can't do that to someone who looks like he's down on his luck. He's just talking to himself. Shh, be quiet and listen. I knew it. I shouldn't have done that. I blew it again. Done that? What did he do, I wonder? Hey, you! That what you just said? I got an objection! What the? Edgy? You dirty rat! Gumshoe, you oaf! I'm sorry, sir! Before I knew it, I was shouting out objection! And in a loud commanding voice, too. I even pointed my pointing finger! You've watched too many trials. I'm sorry! Okay, Larry, the jig is up. What have you got to say for yourself? Well, you blackmailed her to try and get her to come near you? Really? Dead end leads. What is this little shack anyway? Well, I just discovered it myself yesterday. And why were you down here in the first place? Come on, I'm an artist. I was looking for a good place to sketch. This is a great little place. It's, artistic. It's quiet, it's cold, it's got no power, it looks like it's about to collapse. Sounds a lot like my apartment there, pal. One thing's for sure, no one is likely to show up and disturb you here. So can I get you something to drink? Some hot water, maybe? He's getting all buddy-buddy on us, sir. He is indeed. Well, about Iris, Mr. Blackmail. Listen to me, Edgy. You've got to do this. You've got to save Iris. Why are you so sure she's innocent? Because she's cute? Watch your mouth! Anyway, I made up my mind about it. I'm going to marry that girl. Mr. Edgeworth is pretending he didn't hear you, so I'm going to ask for him. Have you already asked this girl to marry you? No, not yet. But I can tell how she feels by the look in her eyes. She's got this, I really want this man to carry me over the threshold look. I'm sure Nick would be surprised. He'd never imagined I could marry such a beautiful girl like that. Something tells me he would be shocked indeed. That's why I didn't want her to do anything dangerous. I mean, what am I going to do if she gets hurt? What is this guy trying to say? He lost me about a mile back. We really want to know the answer to that. We're going to have to drag him into the witness stand. Will we? Come to think of it, you still haven't answered my question. Where were you and what were you doing last night? Aw man, don't you have anything else to talk about? That kind of attitude, you'll never be a ladies' man like me. I got old bag. Okay, chill out with the evil, scary eyes. I got it. If you really want to know, last night, I saw something incredible. Something incredible? Of course you'd hide it. Nothing is ever simple for Edgeworth. Yeah, but let's not talk about that now. Let's talk about the good old days. What'd you say? Come on, I'll pour you a nice cup of hot water. Why hasn't he realised? And I absolutely despise talking about the good old days. Especially with him. Right then, so I guess it's time to break stuff, or should I just straight present this blackmail note? Hey, I know I not look at it, but I'm an artist. I refuse to look at anything that doesn't have a radiant or beautiful motif. You didn't even give it a glance. What about the victim's staff? You knew her after all. That's the staff that Miss Elise was always carrying. Miss Elise, why? Huh? What is it, Larry? There's something missing from the staff. There's something missing. Oh, did I just get another talk point? Nope. But there's something missing from the staff. Okay. What else do you want here? I mean, you probably like this, wouldn't you? Hey, but this is Iris's hood. I guess we tried to break it, but why don't we examine the Heavenly Hall first? With flags all up. What is this festive-looking ornament? It reminds me of art class in grade school. We used to have a lot of fun decorating the classroom with origami, remember? Well, Oh yeah, you were never any good at it. Really? Yeah, this guy was so bad he couldn't even fold $1, let alone a crane. Everyone tried to comfort him, but he would just sit there sobbing. Really? I never would have expected that. Be quiet already. I'll never forget the shame of that day. You want a crane? I can now make a perfect 1/4-inch crane without a single flaw. You know, Edgy, nothing for nothing, but a 1/4-inch crane without a single flaw is not easy. Yeah, it's quite a feat, Prosecutor Edgeworth. This is exactly why I hate childhood friends. Well, what's this? That's a horrible graffiti problem you got there, pal. You don't know anything, detective. This is art. It's an expression of my bittersweet love for Iris. Larry, do you know what the difference between graffiti and true art is? It's how the artist himself defines it, right? I should have seen that one coming. Well, if that's the case, then all my lunchboxes are masterpieces too, pal. Weenies galore. All the weenies. And you could ever want the weenies. Okay, he's talking about both the pictures, so that's rubbish for us. This is the Heavenly Hall. The straw roof is totally covered with freshly fallen powdery snow. Wow, makes a nice image, doesn't it? I always did like the rustic look. Heavenly Hall. I suppose it's an appropriate name in some sense. You got that right. Look at that bridge up there. This place has to be heaven, because that thing is hell. You would do well to remember, Larry. This is a sacred place to some people. Well, it looks like I've got no choice but to go straight for the throat.
Take that!
Take that! It's Magatama time. The night of the crime. Why didn't you tell me what you were up to? Was it involving blackmail? Alright. Now, you're going to tell me what you really saw last night. Whoa. You're really upset, aren't you, Edgy? Okay, I'll talk. Huh? That was a bit too easy. Yeah, anyway, it was awesome. Never seen anything like it. Around 10 o'clock last night, it started thundering. I've been sleeping. I'm not sure for how long. Suddenly, zing! The world in front of me went white. Like I'd just been slapped in the face by my old girlfriend, Naomi. And then, it was on fire. The bridge was on fire. Dusky Bridge caught on fire. Are you saying you saw it with your own eyes? Hey, why you give me the evil eye? I'm telling the truth. There's still 3 psycho locks remaining. That means he's still trying to hide something. By the way, Larry, where were you when you saw that happen? Where you say? What do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? Just answer the question. I was in my own room, by the main hall. Where else would I be? As usual, you're as transparent as an empty jelly jar. The problem, I suspect, lies there. There? What do you mean, there? It's impossible for you to have seen lightning strike Dusky Bridge from your room. I mean, it hit the bridge? I mean, I guess I'm displaying that. There's a big cliff in the way.
Take that!
The same problems as before. This is the map of the area. Take a look around the vicinity of Hazakura Temple. What am I looking for? I think that should be fairly obvious. The main hall is surrounded by trees and it's impossible to see the bridge from here. What? Why didn't you tell me that before? You should have known yourself. Well, how about it? How about what? Do you feel like talking now? About what? It looks like it won't be that easy after all. You leave me no choice. I'll have to move on to the next step. You weren't in your room at the temple, so then where were you? You don't know that I was in my room? So where was Larry, and why was he there? If I've read the situation up to this point correctly, the answer is fairly obvious. Very well then, let's test my theory. The place you witnessed lightning striking Dusky Bridge from was here.
Take that!
The place you saw lightning strike from was naturally Heavenly Hall. Why would I be hanging out in this old shack? It's freezing cold, there's no electricity, and it could fall apart at any minute. Larry, how do you know that anyway? How do you know there's no electricity? After all, it's not that dark yet. Uh-oh. In other words, you have just provided evidence to prove my theory. My theory that you've at least once in your life visited Heavenly Hall after sunset. I have to admit, I'm impressed, Edgy. You're in a totally different league from Nick. That's nice. Now tell me, what were you doing at this cold little shack last night? That's what you might call affaire decor. I think you mean affaire decor. Could it be you were waiting for someone? Oh no! You really are one scary guy, you know. I believe that last night you were waiting for this person to come meet you. It was Iris. There's only one person you'd wait for in a horrible place like this, Larry. I told you before, don't call me Larry. The person you're waiting for was Iris. Oh, suddenly I feel cold all over, Edgy. No doubt because of my chilly glare. So you think I got the hots for Sister Iris, huh? Do you have some kind of evidence? You got something that proves I was waiting for? Or are you just guessing? This is where I draw the line and end this ridiculous little game. Here's the evidence that proves you were waiting for Iris. Well, let's just go straight to the evidence thing. Because you're the blackmailer.
Take that!
Take that! Here's your evidence. You called it to this spot with a pathetic blackmail letter. Oh, hey! Give that back! You're embarrassing me! What are you doing with that anyway? That's not important. I misjudged you, Larry. What do you mean? Taking advantage of a woman's frailty like that. You should be ashamed of yourself. Oh! Oh! First of all, what's this at the top of the letter? It says salutation here. Well, that's what it said in the book. Letter writing for dummies. You're not supposed to actually write that. That's where you're supposed to write Dear Iris. Wah! I'm so sorry! And with that, we have the unlock. And everything we need to examine the night of the crime. But for that, I'll ask you to join me next time for more Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribs. As Larry gives us at least some information that may or may not be pertinent at this point in time, apart from the lightning strike, that is. I'll see ya. Bye-bye.